Hello everybody, welcome to That's Football. Liverpool win again with a very, very important win against Wolves. And I tell you what, when you're in these types of title races, there's no such thing as a bad win. Yes, Wolves were underestimated, I think. I mean, you look at the game statistically, they had a lot of shots. They certainly had gave a good account of themselves. But you're not going to play every game. I certainly think there are some things to unpick about Liverpool, and I think if you're Arsenal, you're thinking about Villa on Wednesday for Liverpool and Man City next Sunday and going, look, Liverpool don't look convincing. Look at the Everton game. They conceded late there. Look at the Wolves game. That could have gone wrong for them. So there are some vulnerabilities there. But from Liverpool's point of view, first and foremost, and I think Wolves are going to stay up, by the way. I think they've got more than enough quality to stay up. They've just got to start getting some points on the board. There's no such thing as being too good to go down, as we know. But in relation to the title, I still think Liverpool, well, look, I gave the title to Liverpool in December. I know nobody wants to acknowledge that because it's way too early, but observing it as a non-Liverpool fan who wouldn't want Liverpool to win it, I just think that they still are the best team with the most experienced players. And I think we saw that again today, that even though it was a tight game, you've still got those moments from Mo Salah, the defensive ability and experience running through that team as well. And I do think as well, I mean, it definitely wasn't a penalty, but I do think as well that the penalty for Liverpool, by the way, but I do think as well that to me is Liverpool's best front three. I wanted to get that out quite early in the video. I've said it a few times. I think Jota, when he's fit, obviously, Diaz off the left and Salah off the right, just gives that front three more balance. But look, I think we're heading into the stage of the Premier League now where nothing is set in stone. And I think a lot of people would have looked at this Premier League title race this weekend and said, standard win for Arsenal against Leicester, standard win at home for Liverpool against Wolves. But if you sat and watched both games, nothing could be further from the truth. Leicester, with 10 minutes to go, looked like they were going to get at least, not anything more than a point, but they looked good for a point. And Arsenal's 2 moments of quality won them the game comfortably in the end. And Liverpool at 2-0 up, all right, it wasn't a penalty, but around that stage you thought third goal, game over, standard win for Liverpool. But obviously the Cunha goal for Wolves just changes that situation. Anfield starts to get a bit restless, especially in the last few minutes, and you're sort of like, oh, could this go any worse? So I think that it's just about getting results now. I mean, I'm sure any Liverpool fan watching this is like, yeah, performance is good and we've had some good performances this season, but if we can play crap against Villa and Man City and take 4 points, I think you'd be very happy with that. I mean, if you can take 6, ecstatic, but 7 points is the difference now to Arsenal. And if you can just put 4 more on the board and go through what was a difficult set of fixtures with Everton away, Villa away, Man City away, 3 and 4, only the Wolves game at home, I think if you come out with that with what would be like 8 points from 12, that'd be quite good. So look, that Wolves, what I'm saying is that Wolves result is, I always feel like that as well. I think when you look, I've got lots of experience of title races with Manchester United, so I speak from experience, although I also speak from the History Channel because it's not something we've done recently. But I think that when I look at the titles over the years, yeah, people look at the games against Villa and Man City and go, oh, they could drop points there. But the ones that really damage you are the games where you drop points like Arsenal have against Everton this season or Brighton. And I think Liverpool today, everybody knows they've got these difficult games like the Merseyside derby is the game in hand and the Man City game and the Villa game. But if they drop points against Wolves today, that is unexpected. And it's those wins, no matter how you get them, that just ticks another game off with another win, and it just moves you closer and closer to 38 games. And I think the enormity of winning games like this should not go unnoticed. And I think also, I know Loz, who does the show with me on Thursday, was saying, why does everybody underestimate Wolves? They're not a bad side. Even Arsenal went to Wolves not that long ago and had quite a difficult game, even though they did ultimately end up winning it. So I think realistically, I just think you tick it off and you go again. And they go again very, very soon. And that Villa game at Villa Park becomes another opportunity for maybe Arsenal to sort of like go, well, we've got West Ham at home next weekend. Look, for the league title, 7-point gap at the moment becomes a 4-point gap if Villa can beat Liverpool and Arsenal beat West Ham. And then that 4-point gap, if Man City beat Liverpool, Liverpool could have a game in hand as well. So suddenly you're sort of like going, it's a 1 point gap. So it's a big week in the title race. And I think that's why, if you're a Liverpool fan, you'd be looking at today and going, look, as a Man United fan, I want to see performance over results because we just don't perform. I think as a Liverpool fan, you do perform. So you're almost in that point where result is more important. Obviously, results are more important than performance as well. So, yeah, I saw a lot of people moaning about it. I saw a lot of people saying Liverpool look shaky. But I'm like, let them say what they want. Like, if you come out the game with a win, you know, Arsenal, you'd be like, I don't care if Liverpool are playing well as long as they drop points. I'd rather they play well and drop points than play badly and win games, because that's just the old cliche of you win titles by winning games when you don't play that well. And Wolves have got to come out of it today with a lot of credit, but they won't come out of it with any points. And I think that's the main thing, isn't it? I mean, even at the end, they had a couple of chances where they could have got the equaliser, and it's just been good defending from Liverpool. So, yeah, interesting. I don't know what your thoughts are on the title. Let me know in the comments. But I just, look, there could be some twists and turns, but I still look at Arsenal, and I still look at the injuries, and I still look at them and go, they're going to have days like Liverpool have had today. They're going to have times where they're struggling to get games done. And I think the closer you get to the end of the season as well, the more you start playing these games that you just can't predict. Like some people you think you're going to win and then they're fighting for their lives. And then some teams you think they're going to give you a performance and they don't, and it's more straightforward. I mean, look at Man City and Newcastle yesterday. You'd never have predicted that would be 3-0 at half-time, and Newcastle just didn't turn up. So psychologically, it's a good win for Liverpool, but I think Arsenal will be just taking it in their stride, looking at the Villa and Man City games and going, if we can beat West Ham and hope that Villa or Man City or both do us a favour, then we might seriously be able to get ourselves back into a title race. But at the moment, Liverpool have got the points on the board and they've got the team that's won a title before. So things need to change. And also as well, let's not forget, Arsenal got to go to Liverpool. Now, I think Arsenal would look at that and go, if we're in with a title race and we can go there and, you know, echoes of 89, was it, and Michael Thomas, then we've got a chance. But I still think that's a massive advantage for Liverpool as well. We know what Anfield can be like, atmosphere like, when it wants to be. And I think if Arsenal needed to go to Anfield to win, which they probably would do if they're still in the title race by then, I think that would be a massive, massive game for them. So I still think it's very much in Liverpool's hand, and I think these are the sort of games that put it in their hand. Get your comments in, let me know what your thoughts are, smash a like, and I will speak to you on the next one.